How do I see the world?
Yeah.
Don't you think we all see the world kind of the same? I'm Rani Young, and I'm an interdisciplinary artist. With vision, we all think that we're like everyone else, but if I were to talk about my vision, I'd say that it's my vision, but it's not vision like everybody else, supposedly. I see things almost more like a magazine or like a photo or a picture. I see that, and then let's say the magazine was a flip book and you kept seeing the same scene, but now things are moving. So when I was really young, like maybe 2 or so, I guess I was diagnosed with strabismus, which means my eyes were not perfectly aligned. One of them was going up a little bit, another one was going down a little bit and in. So one minute I see out of this eye, one minute I see out of that eye. Because my eyes are misaligned, if those were to actually both see at the same time, I would be seeing double. So what happens is my brain suppresses the signal from one eye at a time so that that's not happening for me. But what also happens is then I don't see with depth perception. When I was a kid, I always heard that when I was 8 years old, that one option might be that I could have surgery. No one ever talked about it giving me depth perception, just a cosmetic correction. And then the doctor told me for whatever reason that it wasn't going to be a good choice for me. And that was the end of the story until I was older. I had never heard about vision therapy until I was 30. I stumbled across this, and it was because I was actually starting to embark on a career in graphic design, and I knew I'd be using my eyes a lot, and I saw an ad for eye strain and that vision therapy could help. And then there were also these bullet points, like other things, lazy eye, and I was like, what? There's something that can be done for that? I started going to a vision therapist about 20 years ago. It was really more for the cosmetic aspect, and throughout that process, we were able to train my muscles to look in the same place, basically, which by the end of 2 years, because they looked in the same place, then I got depth perception all of a sudden, and it totally freaked me out. It was really, really horrifying because I was experiencing the world as I always knew it, which is, to me, normal, but suddenly I'm in the same place, but it's very, very different. It's like, whoa, I could move a little bit and whoa, you are like a form, but there's like, whoa, it's like you see the negative space and you understand it. It's not just a shape, like you draw a negative space. It's actually space that you can go into. It was really, really profound. But then I left the therapy after 2 years, and I didn't have any like sustaining exercises I did or anything, and it just kind of fell away because I had this regular way of looking all the time. For some reason, a couple of years ago, I just had these few moments where I would see in 3D all of a sudden, and I knew I wanted to go to vision therapy to try to get past the fear and to kick it in as a full-time thing. I also felt like, hey, I know I can do that, but I need to work at it, so I think I'm ready to go back to this. And also, vision therapy is not cheap, and it's out of pocket. At least in my situation, I think for many adults. So it's a big, big, big commitment to say I'm going to spend the money, I'm going to do the time, and it might hurt, and it's going to change my world. It's a lot. Then I got back into vision therapy again in 2021. Once a week appointments for 7 months, and then at home, 30 minutes, 5 days a week. There are a number of different exercises that I do that are actually common within vision therapy. So one is the Brock string. And another is that I wear red and blue glasses quite often. I use them for exercises at the computer where certain symbols are on the screen in red and blue. And if I'm suppressing an eye, then I won't see some of those symbols, or they won't interact the way they're supposed to either create a 3D image, or there's all different kind of tests. But anyway, these are gonna remind my brain to use both my eyes. Sometimes it's hard for me to do vision therapy because I have still a little bit of fear at times about seeing in this new way for me. And so, do I really want it to always be there? Yes, but sometimes I was a little scared. So maybe I don't do my therapy as much as I should. So if I can find ways to integrate it into my life and make it fun, Okay, good. So I actually find being on a exercise bike and watching fish really fun. So if I can make that part of vision therapy, then that's what I do. For both my eyes to work in life and in space, I'm going to be moving. So that's what I'm doing when I'm on this bike. Vision therapy is like any other kind of exercise. It's one more thing to add to your day, but I know in the end it's going to change my life to keep doing it, so yeah. When I'm not seeing with my eyes properly, I'm going through this process where I'm trying to make sense of the world visually, kind of the whole time I'm doing anything. So it's completely distracting to me and it causes anxiety. So when that's gone and things just, when it's just locked in, I have noticed a deep peace and a relaxation that comes over me. It might not be as crazy psychedelic as of a difference between when I first started to see in 3D and when I couldn't. That was like thing that was kind of scary. It might not be that profound right now, but now it's just like, oh, the world is soft. This is relaxing. I'm safe. So I've had social anxiety about eye contact since I was a little kid because for one, I might look funny to people, like something's a little off with her. And for two, I can't always tell where somebody is. And so I'm concerned, we're trying to have a conversation. I'm like, where are they? And what do I look like? How can you be with someone when that's what is on your mind? A few months ago, I went out and it was after the vision therapy and after most of my 3D had consistently kicked in, and it was so relaxing. I saw people I hadn't seen in a long time, and my ability to be with them was like, I was just different. I was relaxed. I felt more real to people too. Like I can let them in and I can be myself with people, and there's like this easy exchange of warmth. And now, as these things have changed for me, I've gained a level of confidence. I feel like you can see all of me and we can just see each other. I'm very comfortable with that now. Many people have asked me, because I'm an artist, how my vision influences my art or impacts it. I think as a child it impacted me, and because it was easier for me to replicate a two-dimensional world on a two-dimensional surface. I didn't have to translate it. So I think as a kid, I got a number of awards and some recognition and all that, and I don't want to say I was cheating the system. When I went through vision therapy, though, about 20 years ago, my eye doctor said to me, wow, this is going to be really interesting to see how this influences your art. Well, what I can say is, because I couldn't really tell what was going on in the world, it did. I actually couldn't draw and paint for a long time, and I took a long break. And when I tried, the result was kind of horrific. So what I started doing at that time, I took a jazz dance class, and then I got interested in performance art and how can I use the body in a space. I became a singer. I was on stage. Now I'm doing acting. I've created sculpture. It's more about space now. Since that time, I did get back into drawing and painting again, and that was really fantastic. But I always kept this sense that art is not just this two-dimensional, take the whole world and translate it onto a rectangle or something. It's like art is now everything because life is everything, and I'm in it. That sounds good. Yeah? Control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on.